Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Matcha with Mo, and thank you so much guys for coming back, and for the persons who are coming here for the very first time. I am Monique. This channel is dedicated to self-care, and not just self-care in the traditional sense, you know, like skincare, hair care and all that. I'm talking about self-care from a financial standpoint, from a physical, emotional, spiritual standpoint. And so far in the series of videos that I have been doing, I have been delving into the financial aspect of self-care, which I think is so important. So guys, in today's video, as requested by you, because I did a poll on my Instagram and other social media pages, I asked you guys what video should I do next, and you guys chose introduction to investments. So if you're interested in learning, you know, just having that beginner introduction to investments, then keep on watching. All right guys, as per usual, so for the new persons, welcome. So for my matcha today, first of all, I have a very big announcement. So my petite poppers, this is my product. They are now available. We have restocked. I am so excited. So we have restocked, and now we are in all our locations in Jamaica. The physical locations are the Shoes and Supermarket, General Foods, The Alchemist Pharmacy, Natural Health. And they are also available on my website, petitesquares.com. So guys, go get your matcha so that when you can join me for Matcha with Mo, you can drink or eat your matcha alongside myself. So what do I have in my bowl? So guys, I found this really amazing snack. Well, it's like a cereal, but it's a snack. I eat it as a snack. So you can see there are some little choco bites, right? But guess what? They have matcha inside. All right, so some ASMR. So I just eat these as a snack, even though you can pour some plant-based milk on them and have them as your cereal. But for today's video, they're going to be quite fitting for this discussion, and you will see why. So let us begin. All right guys, so the first thing that I want to get into is what do we mean by invest, right? So you guys are interested in, you know, investing on the stock market and just learn about investment in general. So the first thing that I want to explain to you is what we really mean by invest. All right, so walk with me. So you have somebody you're interested in, you like them, you think they're cute, you think that they would match you, like both of you guys would be real good together, right? So you know, you like this person, so what you start to do is you start to talk to them probably a little bit more often. You start to compliment them. If you see them, you know, wearing something nice, you know, you start to spend more time with them. Then you probably go in your pocket, take out some money and buy like a few gifts and, you know, surprise them and that kind of thing, all in, you know, all in the intention, in the intention to have a relationship, like a solid exclusive relationship with them, right? So this is essentially what we mean by investment, right? So it's that time, that effort, the gifts, the gestures and all those kind of things. Those are the things that you're going to put forward. Those are the things that you are investing, and what you want is a return on your investment. And in this case, it is the relationship with that person, right? And then, like how life is, sometimes you get what you want and sometimes you don't. So maybe you invested all this time, effort, money, and the person is like, oh, you're such a good friend, you're friend zone, you don't get the relationship. Or the person say, you know, sir, you have a buzz, we have a little thing, and you get like a really good return on your investment, right? Yes, so that is essentially what investing is. Now let us get a little bit more pointed and go to the stock market. So the stock market, when you're investing in the stock market, this is when you're going to take money out of your pocket or from your bank account or whatever. You're gonna buy like some shares or stocks on the stock market, and this is you putting money into a company, and then you're going to own a piece of that company, and you expect that, you see, that money that you put in, you get back something from it. So you're going to put in something and you're going to get back something, and that something must be better than what you had put in initially, right? And that is what it means to invest in the stock market, right? So I hope you guys are with me so far. Now, I just brought a few extra words to the table and I want to explain them to you. So the first one is stocks or shares, right? Usually they use these terms interchangeably, but it's really so they use it interchangeably. When you hear stocks and shares, it's pretty much the same thing, generally speaking, but the only real difference is that when you invest in stocks, that means it is multiple shares from different companies, right? But it still means it is a piece of that company. All right, so here we go. So now we have a bowl that has like a bunch of little choco bits, right? Now imagine that this bowl is a company, right? And this company decides that, hey, I want to give you guys a piece of me, right? And then because this company now wants to give you a piece of them, they're saying, you are going to, this is a piece of me, this is a piece of me for that company. So what you do when you're going to invest in the stock market is, you as the investor, you're going to purchase one of these or multiple of these, and these now are your shares. Now when you own this, you own a piece of this whole company, right? So that is what it means to buy stocks and shares. So you are buying a piece of the company, so you have ownership over a little tiny piece of that company. Now once you understand that, right, there is another thing that you have to take into consideration. So when you're buying like that little piece of the company, some companies, when they go and say, okay, we're selling a piece of us, you have like a minimum that you can purchase, right? It is either a minimum amount of stocks or shares or a minimum amount of money. So you have to spend at least $300 in order to get a piece of the company, or you have to buy at least 3 shares in order to get a piece of that company, right guys? So that is what is meant by investing and purchasing on the stock market. So you're purchasing the shares of the company, and now you own a little bit of that company. Now let us get a little bit further. Let's deep dive. So in Jamaica, and I'm going to speak from Jamaica's perspective, and it is pretty much the same throughout the whole world, you have what is called your stock exchange market. So like in Jamaica, you have the Jamaica Stock Exchange. Now there are going to be a list of companies that are on the stock exchange. So you have the two categories of the stock exchange in Jamaica. You have the senior stock exchange and you have the junior stock exchange. Now there are a bunch of companies that are on the senior and junior stock exchange. So there are a bunch of companies on the market, right? Now these are companies that have pieces of them up for grabs or up for sale, right? So pieces of shares that you as an investor, potential investor, can purchase, right? Now when you go and you decide that you want to actually make a purchase of these companies, or make a purchase of shares from these companies, the first thing that you have to do is you have to have an investment account, right? Now there are many like in Jamaica, whole heap. There are a lot of companies that are in Jamaica right now where you can start an investment account. You have Barita, you have the NCB Capital Markets, you have Proven, you have Scotia Investments, you have Surgical, you have a bunch of them. So what I would say is, before you go forward to get like one of these accounts, you do your reconnaissance and you do your comparison. So you go to the different companies and you listen to what they have to say, because most of what they have are very similar. So the packages and whatnot. So you just go, you listen to what they have to say, speak with their financial advisors there, and then you make your decision. So I'm not going to tell you which one of these companies to start your account with, right? But once you have your account, now is when you can actually start investing in the stock market. And let me just say why investing is important. So you see, one of the major differences between, like, for example, saving and investment, right, is that you have the potential for a much higher return or a higher reward. So you see, when you purchase shares on the stock market, you're going to purchase it at a particular price point. So let's just use $1, for example, right? Now you purchase it for $1 tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, a couple years from now, that $1 can increase exponentially in value. So you see, if you purchase, for example, this one little cocoa puff or this one little cocoa bite for $1, maybe in a few days, months, years from now, this one little cocoa bite is worth $100, right? And that is very possible when you are doing investment, and that is why it is very important to invest, and probably, in my opinion, a little bit more important to invest than to even save, and that's just my opinion. Right now, you can purchase this for $1, and then a few days, weeks, months, years from now, that dollar, it drops to, or the price for this little cocoa bite drops to probably 90 cents, 80 cents, 1 cent, that kind of thing. So, and that is where the risk of investment comes in. So it is either it goes up, remains the same, or it drops in value, right? But usually, for the most part, especially on the Jamaica Stock Exchange, what I've been seeing, apart from like this COVID crisis and that kind of thing, where you have like big drops in the different shares, usually the share prices normally go up in value. And how you make money on the stock exchange, it's in two ways, really. Well, these are the two main ways that you make money, and it is by one, when you buy this little share at a very low price and then you sell it at a price that is higher than when it was that you bought it, right? And the second way which you can make money on the stock market is by the way of dividend payments. So for example, when a company, they're doing extremely well and they make a profit, they have, full discretion to say, okay, you know what, we've been making a good profit, so we are going to be giving our shareholders a piece of that profit, right? And they do these payouts in the form of dividend payments. So remember, once you own the shares, or once you own shares in a company, that means you own a piece of that company, so that when they make a profit, you also potentially will benefit in the form of dividends. So those are the two main ways. So one, by buying low, selling high, and then also by dividend payouts. So that is just a little brief introduction, guys, to the stock market, and I will be doing a follow-up video just going a little bit more in detail. And what I'm going to start talking about is IPOs, APOs, the difference between that, some of the considerations that you should take when you are investing, some of the things that you should take in consideration, and just how important it is to not just save but also to invest. And guys, in my last video I discussed my budget template. It is on my website moniquefarquharson.com, and there is a section there where you see savings, personal savings towards a goal, and also investments, right? So now is the time for you to start thinking, because now I'm warming you up to what investments are. Now is the time for you to just go do a little bit more research on the Jamaica Stock Exchange website. I'll leave it in the description below. There is a lot of information that goes in depth with everything that I discussed today, and I'm just warming you up now, guys. So the next video I'm going to do a deep dive, because I don't want to give you too much information and just kind of confuse your brain, right? So go budget, and just have it in your mind that now the next thing that you're going to do is also budget to invest. So yes guys, thank you so very much for watching, and I'm hoping that my little analogies they brought a little bit of clarity with my little like these things are so nice. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Oh, and next week guys, I am going to be uploading my very first vlog. It's gonna be real fun because I did some really exciting things with me and one of my really cool friends here in Okinawa. So it's just going to be a lighter video, and then the video after that, no, I will get a deep dive into investing. But I just going to give us something little, you know, light and nice next week. So look out for that video. So remember guys to like, comment, subscribe. Listen, go subscribe to my channel. Warm to you. And if you just you see, worse like if you watch the video come right here, so like 40 minutes and you're really not subscribed, talk truth. Talk truth. But yeah guys, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope that, you know, this introduction brought a little bit of clarity to you for persons who don't understand the world of investing. And look out for my next video, part 2, where we deep dive into some more definitions, you know, and just to give you some more information about how to go about investing. So thank you so much guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.